Hello everyone. So now let's understand circulatory system. See, we just talked about it that multicellular organisms they have there are two categories: simple multicellular organisms and complex multicellular organisms. If we talk about complex multicellular organisms, then we can take example of human beings, of course, and we have a well-developed system for transportation of materials in our body, and that is circulatory system. So now let's talk about this circulatory system in detail. So see, in our circulatory system, I'll just give you one example. Like when we cut our vein, or when we any part, when we injured, when we happen to bang something, or when we happen to cut ourselves somewhere. So you see that there is this red blood coming. The first thing comes out from your body is blood. Okay, so basically this is what the liquid present in our body, and with the help of this blood only this whole circulatory system works, right? So in the circulatory system, the blood delivers food and oxygen to every cell in the body, because that's the only liquid in our body, right? uh, that is being able to transport all these materials, required materials, that is being able to transport all the, deliver all the required materials, that is food and oxygen in case of human being. So in this circulatory system, the blood delivers food and oxygen. And see, we know that human beings are made up of so many different types of cells. So we are multicellular organisms, right? Naturally, the nutrients and oxygen need to be reached, at all the cells of our body. So this has to be done. The transportation has to be done at a cellular level. And because of this, blood delivers food and oxygen to each and every cell in our body. All right? When the required food, nutrients, and oxygen is being transported to the cell starts to work. And because all the cells are working, there is a production of wastage, right? And how do we get rid of those waste? So, is there any other system for transportation of waste? Well, no. Blood only does that. So, blood delivers food and oxygen to every cell in the body, and it also carries waste away from every cell in the body. So, it also carries waste where away from every cell in the body. So basically, blood not only delivers food and oxygen, but also carries waste away from the cell, right? And this circulatory system consists of blood, blood vessels, and heart. So in our circulatory system, blood delivers food and oxygen, blood carries waste away from the cell, okay? And our circulatory system consists of basically blood. And where is this blood? This blood is in the blood vessels, and another part that is part of the circulatory system is heart, without which our circulatory system cannot work. So our circulatory system consists of blood, blood vessels, and heart. So now let's talk about each of them in detail. So first, if we talk about blood, then we can say that, see, this blood is a fluid, right? It's a specialized bodily fluid which flows in our blood vessels. Blood is fluid, but it is not, freely moving in our body. There has to be blood vessels which carries these vessels carry this blood. Okay, so blood, what is blood? It's a specialized bodily fluid that flows in the blood vessels. Now, these fluid, this blood which flows in our blood vessels, it transports. What does it transport? It transports digested food from the small intestine to all the parts of the body. So we know that we need nutrients and oxygen, as well as we also need to get rid of the waste material created by our cells, by our organs, which creates after the working. And all these waste material needs to be transported as well. So we need good things also, and we need to get rid of the bad thing also, that is waste also. So the first thing blood does is it transports digested food from the small intestine. Remember, most of the food is being digested in the small intestine. In the large intestine, only water is being absorbed. The large quantity of water is being absorbed. And this is the reason why this digested blood food is taken from the small intestine by the blood. So, blood transports digested food from the small intestine. And then this is being transported to all the parts of the body. The second thing that it transports is oxygen. So, blood transports oxygen from where? From lungs, of course, because this is the place where exchange of gases happens. So, blood takes oxygen from the lungs and it transports this oxygen to the other parts of the body cells. The next thing, as I said, it also needs to transport waste material. And for that reason, carbon dioxide from the body cells to the lungs, blood transports carbon dioxide from the body cells to the lungs, and liquid waste from the body cells to the kidney. So this carbon dioxide, which is a gas, it is being transported away from the body cells to the lungs. And this liquid, which is of course in the liquid form, liquid waste, it is again being transported away from the body cells to the kidneys. From here, it is being removed from the body. So, we are talking about blood. What is blood? It's a specialized bodily fluid that flows in the vessels. And this blood is responsible for transportation of certain things. Which are these things? Digested food from the small intestine, oxygen from the lungs, and carbon dioxide that is being transported away from the body cells to the lungs, and liquid waste again that is being transported away from the body cells to the kidney, where these waste materials are being removed from the body. All right. So, now let's talk about this volume of blood. Okay. So basically, volume of blood in a healthy person. Okay. If we talk about volume of blood, then we can say that there is this requirement of volume of blood. So in an average healthy adult, this volume of blood is about 1/11 of the body weight, which is around 4 to 5 liters, right? And next thing is, this blood consists of a fluid known as plasma. This blood consists of a fluid known as plasma. Again, in this plasma, there are 3 types of blood cells present, and these blood cells are floating in this plasma, right? So, the blood consists of a fluid known as plasma, in which in this plasma, again there are 3 types of blood cells float, about which we will talk in our next video. सो हमने क्या बात की, हम बात कर रहे हैं सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम के बारे में। सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम हमारे ह्यूमन बींग्स में ट्रांसपोर्टेशन सिस्टम है। इस ट्रांसपोर्टेशन सिस्टम को नाम दिया है सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम। इसका मेन पार्ट है ब्लड, बिकॉज ब्लड एक ऐसा लिक्विड है जो पूरी डिलीवरी कर सकता है, राइट? इसलिए एक वेल डेवलप्ड सिस्टम क्रिएट हो जाती है ब्लड की वजह से। नाउ ब्लड क्या डिलीवर करता है? ऑफ कोर्स न्यूट्रिएंट्स एंड ऑक्सीजन। तो क्या सिर्फ न्यूट्रिएंट्स एंड ऑक्सीजन देने का काम करता है? नहीं, वो जो वेस्ट क्रिएट होता है रेस्पिरेशन के दौरान, एक्टिविटीज के दौरान, वो वेस्ट को दूर करने का भी काम करता है। और वो दूर कैसे होता है? अगेन ब्लड उसको सारे सेल से लेकर दूर करता है। जो रिक्वायर्ड ऑर्गन, मतलब जो ऑर्गन्स हैं वहां से लेके वो जाता है और बॉडी वी कैन गेट रिड ऑफ दिस वेस्ट, राइट? नाउ इस ब्लड में बेसिकली दिस अवर सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम, रादर सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम 3 चीजों से बनी है, ब्लड, ब्लड वेसल्स और हार्ट। सी ब्लड किस में फ्लो करता है? ब्लड वेसल्स में, और ब्लड वेसल्स इक्वली इंपॉर्टेंट है। ओके, अब हम जब देखेंगे ब्लड वेसल के बारे में तब आपको पता चलेगा। देन हार्ट भी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट है। विदाउट दीज 3 थिंग्स आवर सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम कैन नॉट वर्क। अगर हम ब्लड की बात करें तो ब्लड क्या है? एक स्पेशलाइज्ड बॉडीली फ्लूइड है जो फ्लो कर सकता है हमारी वेसल्स में। क्या क्या चीज ट्रांसपोर्ट करता है? वो डाइजेस्टेड फूड कहाँ से लेता है? स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन से लेता है और उसको ट्रांसपोर्ट करता है डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ द बॉडी में। फिर ऑक्सीजन लेता है कहाँ से? लंग्स से, और उसको डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ द बॉडी सेल्स में देता है। और इन डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ द बॉडी सेल से वो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड और लिक्विड वेस्ट लेता है। कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड को लंग्स को देता है वापस, जहां पे एक्सचेंज ऑफ गैसेस हो सके, और लिक्विड वेस्ट को वो किडनी को देता है जहां से रिमूवल हो सके वेस्ट का। ये वॉल्यूम ऑफ ब्लड के बारे में हमने देखा कि 1/11 ऑफ द बॉडी वेट नॉर्मल ह्यूमन बीइंग में, एवरेज हेल्दी ह्यूमन बीइंग में होना चाहिए, जो कि 4 to 5 लीटर्स हैं। ये जो ब्लड है वो बेसिकली इट कंसिस्ट ऑफ अ फ्लूइड। एक येलो कलर का फ्लूइड होता है जिसको प्लाज्मा कहते हैं, और इस प्लाज्मा में 3 टाइप्स ऑफ ब्लड सेल्स होते हैं जो कंटिन्यूसली उसमें फ्लोट करते रहते हैं। इसके बारे में हम नेक्स्ट वीडियो में बात करेंगे।